I have a question for you because you said also you talked about one-upping and things like that. And I've taken some active listening classes and they say just listen and don't share your story too. But in a conversation, we're exchanging stories. And I've seen by being vulnerable and sharing a personal story with someone, um, actually it was a professional setting, but broke down in tears because I'd hit so close to a nerve for that person, but it was like a major breakthrough happened and like some it triggered some huge changes. But how and when do you set those boundaries of when to share so it's not one upping? Like can
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the foundational work that we do is we teach the art, science, and practice of conversation. And the reason we do that is because each conversation is an art form, it's a unique imprint, which is what you've described. That was a unique kind of experience that you could not have prepared yourself for. You didn't know what was going to happen, right? And then it emerged in its own unique way. So to really be able to reflect on that and to understand how that conversation worked for you, what worked or what didn't work, and bring that into a retrospective and a consciousness building for yourself is so key because that is yours. That experience, only you know how you really felt inside. Only you know what that experience did for you, and you can only know about the other person if you inquire and listen, right? And really, the second part about science is we also know that there's certain. I mean, now the studies in functional MRI and neuroscience, it's really advanced, mapping the mind and mapping the way the interpersonal, right, neuroscience. What happens when I enact a behavior, the influence of that behavior on you, what your brain does in response. We have so much information. So learning about how the brain functions and then learning about your unique brain. You are the custodian. I always tell my daughter, you are the custodian of your mind. And that includes understanding how your brain works in order to really deconstruct experiences so that you can reconstruct them into the experiences you want in your life, right? To really understand. And if we're reactive, we're all reactive, we're instinctual. And there are some times where, just our instinct or our need to survive override our best thinking. What do we do to interrupt those cycles? How do we become aware of them? And then finally, practice. It takes a lot of practice. I'm still a novice and I've taught so many people and I've been engaged in really difficult conversations and resolved so many things, but I still think we're all beginners. It's really, it is a Buddhist mind in that way. We are all beginners. We all just start each day. We'll learn here to learn. And I think that in and of itself supports us to have healthy conversations. That